we go again with another story, a news story, actually. It will help. It'll help add a little bit more to what I was saying about a previous news story. Oh shoot, hold up. I'm sorry, I think I have my hand on the mic. This should add on to what I was telling you guys about another news story that I haven't finished. And it was the, let me make sure nothing goes on in the background. Challenge. Get everything straight here. Okay. Okay.
Prison on the conspiracy count alone.
That was a funny word to open up on. This is what will add on to what I was telling you guys about how they're trying to demonize so-called patriots, but really it's just to demonize patriotism altogether. And this right here is because they don't want something like this to happen. And I want you to first pay attention to the one eye symbology, and then I want you to listen to what the news guy says.
We are tracking this breaking news, intensifying the open criminal probe into the insurrection. The highest level indictment to date, unsealed today, seditious conspiracy charges against the far-right extremists who plotted to stop Biden's win using force. Now, at the top of the program.
Now, we all know that story was 100% if you watched it, and we still haven't gone through with it, which is the so-called what he's talking about. The reason why I haven't finished it because what we got to do so far is ridiculous, and I have other things to do. But it's on part 2. When I get time, I'll go back and do part 3. And I have some other live or screencast things that I'm working on that is why I can't post them all at one time. But they're about subjects, old subjects that you guys are gonna like. But again, pay attention to everything that is being said and done here.
We went through the law and the implications. Now we turn to the defendants themselves. These people, who the Justice Department says conspired to violently try to stop the election outcome and to violently overthrow the government by force.
You see, that's what they do not want. And now he's going to try to act like because you're able to do that if there's a corrupt government, which there is. But like I said, this is all for show. And that's not really why these people are doing it. This is a tactic so they can prevent people who probably are really coming to do it, I guess. I don't know if they're trying to warn them or what they're doing, but this is what they don't want. But it is legal if a government is corrupt.
Legally, they're presumed innocent until they get their day in court.
See, he tried to make sure that, because they could not be, there's a possibility they could be right, which I said, again, this is for the world stage. It's just all a show. But they want to deter people from this, and then they want to demonize patriotism at the same time. You saw the guy's hat. You saw all this stuff. He probably was in. I don't know if he was or whatever, but I bet. Oh yeah, he's right here. He's an oath keeper and stuff. Again, patriotism, demonization.
The top defendant is Oath Keepers leader Stuart Rhodes, arrested in Texas today, facing up to 20 years in prison on the conspiracy count alone. And Rhodes was also planning more action after the insurrection, according to the feds. He spent years at the forefront of this dangerous mix of trained military and law enforcement veterans who turned against the government they once served. In fact, here he was about a decade ago.
Now, there is a Cooper broadcast I want you guys all to look up called The Demonization Patriots or something like that. Just put in Patriots in Cooper's name in the search engine of my regular page, in my main channel, and you'll see it.
Oath Keepers is an association of current serving and former military, police, and firefighters, all of us who swore oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And the mission of Oath Keepers is to remind the current serving and also veterans of their responsibility under their oath.
Okay. Let's take that in and actually take it apart for a moment, because Rhodes cast that project as a kind of...
No, it's not, because that's what they're going to do for the rest of this. So I'll link it to show you that these people are all ACTORS on the world stage. This is what they don't want right here. And this is really going on in some other state, they wouldn't be putting it on this. Just like everybody thinks, oh, so many things are going on in other countries, but they're not putting the protests and things that are going on in other countries. You people keep listening to these talking news heads, you're going to be led more even insane and astray in these fake groups and these fake wannabe patriots, and you're just going to end up in a place you don't want to end up at. I'm going to tell you that. I don't know how many times I got to tell you over and over again, but whoever looks like they're, somebody and puts a title and they build them a character, you'll believe that person is who they say.